Hola familia! Today I'm going to be making sopa de conchas for my husband. And if you grew up eating this, you already know this isn't just soup, this is childhood. This is comfort. This is mommy saying, ven a comer. Sopa de codito doesn't need to be fancy. It just shows up every time. Let's get started. Here I already have a small pan on medium heat, nice and warm. I added 1 teaspoon of whole peppercorn to toast them. If you prefer to use ground pepper, you can skip this step. I just love to toast my spices and freshly grind them. This helps add a smoky and delicious flavor. I keep stirring because I want to toast them on all sides. Don't let them sit still for too long. We don't want to burn them. I don't toast them for long, just about 15 to 20 seconds. Once they become fragrant, I remove them from the pan. I'm adding them to my grinder cup. Next, I added 1 teaspoon of whole cumin and repeating the process. The cumin and pepper are optional, but in my house, it's required. Once you have this all nice and toasty, remove it from the pan. Take the grinder cup to the grinder and grind for about 20 seconds, or until they are nicely ground. My mom used a molcajete, but we are going the easy route here and using my grinder. Meanwhile, I am boiling about 3 quarts of water. This will join the party shortly. Here I have my 4-quart saucepan on medium heat. I added 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, but any oil will work. I sauteed a 1/4 piece of an onion. You'll see I like to use large pieces of onion. This helps me fish them out later, but you can chop them up to your liking. I also added a 16-ounce bag of conchas or shell pasta. Stir constantly. They should turn slightly golden, but not burnt, so don't let them sit for too long like I did. But no worries, this will still taste delicious. I added about 4 medium-sized garlic cloves here that I minced, sauteed for just a few seconds. And yes, I did fry the concha shells with the onion and garlic first. There's always a debate about this. Did your family fry the pasta first or skip this step? Team fry or team straight in? Tell me in the comments. The 3 quarts of boiling water joined the party. I use boiling water so we don't have a temperature shock. The amount of water that gets added depends on how brothy you want your soup to be. 3 quarts of water for us works best. Stir so the pasta doesn't stick. I chopped up 2 medium potatoes and added those to the pot. Also added 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Stir some more and taste for salt. To me, this is just right. When you were sick, was this the soup your family made or was it caldo de pollo? Tell me your comfort soup. I added 1 tablespoon of freeze-dried cilantro. Yes, if you have fresh cilantro, that's even better. Now stir everything and add 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Now we don't waste anything here, so I added a little water to the can, shake it around, and to get every little last bit of sauce added to the pot. Stir again and add another 1/4 piece of onion to your sopa. Instead of the canned tomato sauce and whole onion, you can blend your Roma tomatoes and onion. Be honest, chunky tomato base or smooth and silky broth? Which team are you? Don't be shy. Debate below. I'm adding about a little less than a tablespoon of freshly ground pepper and cumin. I just cupped my hands and poured a small pile, so didn't measure this much. Again, the cumin and pepper are optional, but magical. Smells delicious. Now, if you didn't grind your spices earlier, I would start with about a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and adjust it to your liking, or you don't have to add this at all. Give it a good stir and cover. I have my pot on medium heat, but all stoves are different, so keep an eye on it. You don't want it to be a hard boil. Continue to stir every once in a while so pasta doesn't stick. Keep it at a gentle boil for about 8 to 10 minutes until the pasta and the potatoes are tender. For me, it was about 8 minutes. This is the kind of sopa that makes your whole house smell safe. That everything is going to be okay. This right here, this is a hug you can eat. It's light, savory, tomatoey, cozy, and somehow it just fixes your mood. Tell me, who made the best sopa de codito in your life? If this soup raised you, drop a heart emoji in the comments below. To accompany this sopa, I made some bean and cheese tostadas with some salsa de tomatillo. If this tastes like home, hit subscribe and the notification bell. More recipes to come. Share with someone who needs comfort and nostalgia. Buen Provecho! Thanks for watching. See you again soon.